I appreciate that this DS120j is a relatively old piece of technology. It's not got the fastest processor in there, and having looked on the web, I know that there's lots of things that it can't do. However, this is purely and simply just a NAS backup drive for my home network system, the PC settings, the files, photos, videos, etc. If you've got a hard drive lying around the house and it's big enough for it, then this is an ideal bit of kit. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This Western Digital My Cloud Home is absolutely useless. I can't say any more than that. Great if you just want to do things on the cloud, but predominantly if you want to back up all your important documents on your PC, this is useless. So even though it's working, in here there's a 3 terabyte hard drive. And what I've done is I've bought this cheap as chips Synology, can't remember the code, DS120j. So I've bought this. I'm going to transfer the hard drive from this into this, format it, and then just use this as the backup drive, the NAS backup drive for the PC, so that all my photos, videos, documents are all safe if anything was to happen to the PC. Right, let's crack on and do that. Take out the hard drive, insert it, format it, and then we'll look at the Synology system itself. So let's get the drive out of the My Cloud Home. Now, from everything that I've seen, this is a really, really difficult thing to do. There's 2 clips here, 2 on the other side, and I think underneath here are some screws. So let's get these rubber feet off. And yeah, so we can see the screws there, 2, and there'll be 2 on this side. Whilst I appreciate that companies like to ensure that the warranty is secured by people not being able to tamper, if you've got a hard drive like this and you can upgrade it, I don't see why it should be so difficult to get in. Anyway, let's pop that down and let's see if we can get in here. Now, I know I'm going to end up breaking this, and in all honesty, I'm not that bothered because I'm never ever going to use this again. Even though it's in perfect working order, it's just absolutely atrocious. You can see here, if I pull it open slightly, you can get something into here. Hopefully. God, this is atrocious. Right, so that's it. You can see that to get in, I've actually had to snap 2 of those, but as I say, it doesn't matter because it's a piece of junk and it's not going to be used again anyway. So the next thing is, let's take the hard drive out of this. So undo the screws. Should just pull out, I'm presuming. Take that off. There is no reason for it to be this difficult. Look at that, perfect. So this is a T10. Biggest pile of junk I've spent my money on. The only saving grace is that I can use the 3 terabyte hard drive, and it's a decent hard drive. But the hardware and software that goes with it is a pile of junk unless you're running cloud only. Alright, so there were 2 long screws in there that were connecting to the bottom of the hard drive. And now there's a further 2 screws, one here and one there, that's holding this on. Which means that hang on, can I get it out? Yee, look at that, got it out, fantastic. Right, and the good news is it's a 4 terabyte, not the 3 terabyte that I thought it was. So we'll get that installed in the Synology. Right, this bit, nice and straightforward. Simply a case of, it comes with the 2 screws removed there in the box when you get it. So front slides off it, and the hard drive is just going to drop into place in that bay there. Unfortunately, I've just got to take this off first, or else it won't fit. So this is from the My Home. Right, so we've just taken that off, put that to one side, and now this should just sit in there and push home. And there we go, that's it. Now we'll secure it with the screws at the side. I'm going to use the ones that I've actually taken from the My Cloud Home, not the ones that are supplied from Synology. Right, one 4TB hard drive from Western Digital installed in my Synology, and we'll pop that back on and get the screws and just tighten it up. And this is what actually comes in the Synology box. So we've got the UK 3-pin adapter, got the transformer, may as well pop that on there now. So that's attached there, and data cable and screws. So screws for the case and screws for the hard drive. So the next thing to do is get it connected to the network. I'm going to do that via my Huawei mobile data router. We'll use the data cable for that. There's 2 USB ports in it as well for direct transfer. Right, let's get that done. Now the easy part. I've got a data cable here that I'm going to take out. This is what was connected to the WD unit, but I'm going to use the one supplied with the Synology system because it's a funky looking thing with metal connectors. So we'll pop that into the back like so, and then we'll power it up, and then it should just be a case of finding it on the network and setting the software up. So we've plugged it in. Let's get the transformer and pop it into the back like so, and then it should, when I turn it on, power up. You can see the blue light flashing there. So we'll let that set itself up and then find it on the network with the Synology software. This is connected to a Huawei B818 mobile router. Right, let's have a look at the software then. So to do that, we need to go to www.find.synology.com. Okay, we'll go to that. Now it's searching the network for it, and look at that, it's found it. Absolutely fantastic. So we'll connect to it. Yeah, read all that. Yep. Go into the setup, and we'll install that. So what it's going to do now is it's basically going to format the disk that I've put in. And there was nothing on it because I couldn't use the damn thing anyway, so. Right, so that's it, and it did take just over 10 minutes. So let's go into start. Right, I'll do all this. We'll create an account. Okay, so it looks like this is the dashboard. We've got a resource monitor down here. Now it is only a small CPU. Let's see what we've got. So I know that because of this, some things won't work or won't work very well. So in the package center, so there's lots of things on here to play around with. Right, so let's use it like I intended in the first place. And what I'm going to do is, somewhere I've got some backup software. And this is it here running in backup. You can see the performance of it. So you anywhere between 9 and 10 megabits per second. The CPU's running at around about 10%, and the RAM's being half used. So yeah, it does exactly what I want it to do, and it does it nice and easily. I've installed the old 3 TB hard drive into the new case, into the new Synology case. I tried using EaseUS to do backup and also Iomi backup, which didn't go too well. I'm quite sure if I looked into the instructions a bit more, they'd have done what I wanted them to do, but they were just doing a full backup basically. What I want to be able to do is, from anywhere in the world, access the new NAS drive and see the individual files on there. So for example, if I open up the web address of the backup NAS, so we can see it here. We've done a backup, and I'll show you what I used in a moment. But so there's the kitchen backup, kitchen PC, kitchen backup, Mark, kitchen PC, data, D drive. Now this is everything that I've backed up, which is pretty much everything that I'd take across to a new PC. Or if I'm away on holiday, I can just go into this and pick things out. So if we were doing music, and there's all the music that I've got, and it's now stored on a NAS drive that's accessible through the web, which is absolutely fantastic. What the other was doing, it was just doing, I can't remember the word of it, an image file or something like that. So you couldn't access the individual files that are on there. Now I can do, and it's absolutely fantastic. What I use to do that is file history, which is on the Windows 11. Go into file history, you choose the destination, so that's the NAS destination, and you choose what you want to back up, you run it, and it backs up every night. I've got it set up, and it's absolutely fantastic. So now, if anything was to happen to this PC, all the vital documents and files that I want to keep and put onto the next PC are all on the backed up and perfectly safe. So in summary, this Synology DS120 does everything that I wanted it to do. I used the 3 TB hard drive out of the terrible old unit, and this is an even older unit. The hard drive failed in this one, so there's nothing I could do with this. I really don't know why I bought another MyCloud, because once I got it, I just realised I should never have done it. Anyway, we've put the hard drive from that into the Synology, got it all set up nice and easily, formatted it, no problems whatsoever. Now I can access the individual files from anywhere in the world, everything's backed up. If there's ever a problem with the PC, I can just transfer those files back onto the new PC. I'm using the Microsoft program because it basically updates incrementally, so only if there's been a change will it update. But as I say, I can see all the files individually, which is exactly what I wanted. Is it a recommendation from me? Yes, most certainly. I should have done that instead of getting a second MyCloud Home. Terrible, terrible device. I could have purchased a 3, 4, 5 terabyte hard drive and just popped it in. At least I managed to cannibalize the MyCloud Home and put it to some use. So I hope the video has helped you. It's really, really simple. I'll give you a word of warning on something. If you have a power cut, you have to manually turn the unit back on again, which isn't very good. If you're not in the house and you have a power cut, you can't get access to your files. So that's something that I will warn you about.